Peace, y'all. We back in the studio with another episode, man. I know it's been a while. I haven't seen y'all in a while. I've been busy. Life is, throwing different curves, and God has opened different doors. So I had to focus on those new opportunities and those new things. But as you know, as always, I like to ask the people to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification so you get this game every time it surfaces on YouTube. So we're going to get right into it today, man. This message today, it's going to be a short one, but it's going to be centered around trust and those things that we trust and those things that we believe in. Because ultimately, if we have trust in things, we got to really look at it for what it is. Those things that we trust, we don't need a lot of details. You understand me? We don't need a lot of details. We don't need to know the who, what, when, where, and why if we trust someone's word based on those things that have been established. Now, when you're trying to build that trust, yeah, you're going to need those details. And what you mean by that, double R? For example, for those who have children, the first time that your child wanted to go somewhere, want to go out, go to the movies or whatever, you needed all the details. What you going to see? Where's the movie at? How you going to get there? How long you going to be gone? How you getting back? Because they had yet to establish that level of trust to where they could just be like, hey, mom, hey, dad, I'm about to go to the movies. All right, be safe. I'll see you when you get back. That's when you've already developed that level of trust, that level of, you know what I'm saying, understanding to where you know, okay, what they say is that's what it is. Their word is bond, whatever it is. So the question that I want to pose for y'all today is, if you say you trust and you say you have faith in God, then ultimately, but why are you looking for details? Why are you looking for details on how it's going to happen? Why you need to know how fast it's going to happen? Why you need to know when it's going to happen? Why you need to know how it's going to look when it's happening? Because if we go back and we check the track record on all those times when we've been in a dark space, you could have been in a light space, you could have been glowing, but at the end of the day, it came from a certain level of trust. And a lot of times that trust was forged on being patient, on having no other choice, and then learning that, man, all I had to do was put my trust in this, you know what I'm saying, in this higher power, whatever you believe in. All I had to do is put my trust and my faith in that, and in the end, everything was okay. So ultimately, we need to know how it's going to be and how it's going to, you know what I'm saying, work out and all those other things. Then we have to understand that we probably really don't have no trust. There is no, or there, we're lacking a certain level or a certain degree of trust and faith in that higher power, because we're looking for the details. We want to know the who, what, when, where, and why. We want to know how. We want to know what it's going to look like. We want to know, man, is it going, am I going to still be living in the same house? If I'm going, we need to know all these different details when ultimately God has already done his part. He's already shown that we put our trust in him and we're going to still wake up tomorrow. This is a message that may not even been got out today if I didn't trust the fact that I was going to wake up tomorrow and have faith in that my work here wasn't done and I was going to still be able to, have impact and be able to share my gifts and be able to, operate in purpose. Ultimately, that's why I'm still here. That's why we all still here, because our purpose has yet to be fulfilled. I do truly believe that. And I trust that until my purpose is fulfilled, until I, operate my gifts and exercise and share my gifts to the fullest extent of my capabilities, that I will still be here, around for a while, because God got a plan for me and it's a lot of work to do. And I'm about halfway through that plan when it comes to my version of the plan. His version of the plan, I may be only a quarter of the way through, but that's where I have to put that trust into him and understand that this is the path that I'm going to follow. If he say jump to the left, I'm going to jump to the left. If he say slow down and pump my brakes, I got to pump my brakes. If he say walk through this door, then I'm going to walk through that door, because it's been proven throughout my lifespan and throughout my trials and my personal tribulations that putting the trust in him and not worrying about the details is ultimately the way that we can show that we truly trust and have faith in that power and then that supreme being. So for whoever it is for you, man, Allah, Buddha, God, Christ, whatever denomination you claim or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This ain't about that. This is about having that trust and not looking for the details when you truly trust and you truly believe in something. So we're gonna get this momentum back. We're gonna get these episodes back cracking. Cause I know a lot of people's been asking me, Double R, where you been? Man, I've been in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the dark trying to do some more work to get myself back in a different position than I was last season because it's all about elevation. And if we don't trust the process, trust. There's another one. If we don't trust the process, then we can never live out the process to ultimately to see what's at the end of the road. So y'all stay blessed, man. Y'all stay tuned in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The Real Ops Podcast is back in full effect, man. And just remember, the only ops is what's in your mind. That's it. And the opportunities that you fail to seize and take advantage of. Y'all stay blessed, man. Until next time, I'm out.